Don't overpay for your eggs. Do this. As of today, according to Google, the average price of a dozen eggs is this. Look at these eggs. So I just heard that in California, a dozen eggs was $12 and $13. Can you believe it? A dollar an egg or more. That's crazy. Something definitely is going on. The bird flu, where they kill millions and millions of chickens, is affecting the market. And there may be some other, things in play. Anything that's traded as a commodity, something that's, they mine or raise crops, that's a commodity. Eggs are a commodity. Now, we all know that the powers that be are fighting tooth and nail against our new presidency and our new administration. All of the changes here in America that we are doing for the better. Now, the solution is, I don't know, but you may have been thinking about possibly raising your own chickens. And these are my chickens. I have 7. A couple of them may be out laying somewhere, but these guys just free range. I have 7 hens. I don't have a rooster, but they're basically my yard pets because they come up. I throw them scraps. I feed them, any leftovers, anything like that. And because of the problems that we are having in egg prices, I think I'm definitely going to get more chickens. But I think I may ramp up my operation a little bit. I don't have enough chickens to sell eggs. I am definitely not interested in getting in the egg business. But, this past year, my chickens, of course, I did lose a few to a predator. But this past year, I had so many eggs, they were coming out my ears. And I wish that I had freeze-dried them or put them up and saved them in some kind of way, but I don't have a freeze dryer. I don't have really a way to do it other than maybe glassing them, if you ever heard of that. But these guys right here, they are a lot of fun to have. I mean, if you just want some yard pets, they are great. And if you don't have a rooster, they're not extremely loud. So if you lived in a suburb and had a small backyard, you could have 2 chickens. They wouldn't bother a thing. I'm not sure anybody would even know if you had a privacy fence. I will say this, that I do have a small problem of that. They get up on this concrete and they'll poop on my concrete, so I do have to keep it kind of hosed off, or if it rains, it washes it off. It's not really a huge deal that way, but I don't really like them pooping on my stuff. Most of the time, I try to keep them shooed away off of the places that I don't want them getting up on my porch or pooping on my steps or my deck or anything like that. So I keep them shooed off for the most part from becoming a problem that way. But they're really great in fertilizing my yard. They keep bugs away. I have not sprayed or basically done any kind of pest control except for just a little bit on the inside, not much. They keep the bugs away. Like when we first moved here 5 years ago, I had a big problem with scorpions. The little bitty scorpions they're not very big. They're probably maybe 2 inches long or so, maybe 3 if it was a big one. But those little baby scorpions, the chickens eat them. I haven't had a scorpion. Gosh, man, it's been a long time. I think I may have had one last year, and I found it dead in the house in the basement. But for the most part, we don't have lots of ticks. We don't have lots of I have not gotten a tick. And as you can see, I live in the woods. See all the trees out there? I've got pine trees, mixture of pine trees and hardwoods. And, ticks and chiggers, that's a problem, especially during the rainy season. The chiggers are a problem during the rainy season. When the ground is wet, they'll come up on you. But the ticks and chiggers have not been a problem since I let these chickens started free ranging. So that is a definite plus on a good reason to keep chickens in your yard. They will keep your pests down because they eat them. If you're a homesteader already, I'm preaching to the choir. But for the people out there that do not keep chickens, or they live in a neighborhood somewhere where, you know, it may be questionable whether you can or can't. Well, I'm going to show you a chicken tractor that you can build that is small. It's not too terribly expensive. That will keep your chickens safe, and it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and it's not going to be ugly or anything like that. Now, this chicken tractor right here has not been used in several months. I did have some meat chickens in here, but this is an egg-laying chicken tractor. That's what I built it for. And this coming year, or this coming season, I will be buying more chickens, and I'm going to keep some in here. I'm going to keep some bantams in here so I can keep them separate. So, open it up here. Of course, you can see where the meat chickens were getting up there pooping in the nesting box. But this nesting box right here, it is what you do is you put straw or hay in here, and they come up in here and they roost up in here. See, they get up in here and they roost, and they come and lay their eggs in the nesting box, which sometimes the chickens will get a bad habit and they'll poop in the nesting box, and you have to keep it clean, and hopefully you can break them of that. That's what I've had to do in the past. But you see how this looks like a little house, and it rolls. It's got wheels. When they mess up the ground where they are, you just move it over the length of the pen. This right here will lift up. See where I can get to them. And by the way, this pen is 4 years old. That's how old this is. And this lifts up just like so. So you can get to them, you can feed them, water them, all the things. See, they follow me around. They're really like pets. So, as you can see, this right here is not ugly. Now it's rustic. Well, I built this for about $400. Of course, that was 4 years ago. But if you think back 4 years ago, lumber prices were just skyrocketing because of COVID. I mean, it was just outstanding. I think lumber prices are lower now than they were when I built this. So, about $400 is what I got in it, and my time. It took me about a day to build it. But if you're not a carpenter, just look on Google or Amazon or any of the sites. Just Google Google chicken tractor for sale, and then hit the shopping link and see what comes up. And there's all kinds of websites selling chicken tractors. So you don't have to be a mechanic or a carpenter or homestead or anything like that to have chickens. You can buy yourself a chicken coop for the backyard that will work just for you. And you can teach your children how to take care of animals, because they are a responsibility. Even though they're very easy to keep, they are not hard at all. They're easy to keep, and it teaches them responsibility. And the benefit is you get the eggs. So here at my house, my chickens are free rangers. However, I'm going to get some bantams in probably a month, and that's going to be their new home right there. I hope this video was informative, enlightening, and you will consider that to combat the egg prices that are just, and they're projected. I was watching Pinball, which if you don't know who that is, look up Pinball Preparedness. He does a political commentary. He's a prepper that does political commentary every day. And so, Pinball Preparedness, look him up. So, also look up Mayhem Country Living. He has chickens, and he just built a new chicken coop out of an old greenhouse. Look that up and give you an idea of what you maybe can do in your yard. But I hope this was enlightening, very informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. God bless. And FYI, March, April, and May are the peak times to get a chicken. So if you're going to do it and you want to have a good selection of different chickens, not just the leftovers that nobody wants, though, especially March and April, that is the time to go chicken shopping.